Well, good morning, everyone. Carrie here. How are you on this Thursday? Hope your week is a good week. Mine has been another rough week for me on more levels than I want to talk about. But I am here today and I am wearing black and white today. So we're going to use a black palette, black and gray palette. This is Blowin Smoke by ColorPop, one of my all-time favorite palettes. So we're going to use this today. I think we're probably going to stay on this row right here all the way down. We might end up picking up a little shimmer. I don't know. We'll see how it goes on and how I feel like I can manage the dark color. And so I have done my under eye, I've done my primer, which is my favorite e.l.f. primer, which is this hydrating primer. I love this primer. It has this unbelievable, really thick, creamy consistency that just makes my face go, oh, thank you for all that moisture. And using the same under eye corrector that we've been talking about this month. And so let's get in and let's do some powder now. Let's set all of this on the under eye and the rest of the face. I've done my brows. I am using, if you're new here, this is Laura Mercier's loose setting powder. And somebody asked me why I start up here. I don't know. It just, to me, it seems the logical place to start. And then I just sort of bring it down to the rest of the areas on the face. And I'm getting it all over my black dress. So we're just feeling that all in, making sure that's all really nicely sealed up with this powder. I've done my brows as well this morning. And just bear with me, I forgot to get some water. Sorry about that. I just want to, since I'm wearing black, I want to make sure that I get all of that powder off before it stays on the black part of my dress. That's the only thing about loose setting powder that can be a pain, is that it goes everywhere. But I'll take that over how good it is and how great a job, how great a job it does. For me anyways. I don't know how anybody else feels about it, but these videos are just all about my opinion and giving you some tips and tricks that I've learned along the way, and maybe helping you with a product or two or a technique. Do you have something to drink this morning? I forgot to ask you that. So let's see, what do we want to do here? I think what I want to do is get some lipstick on first. I'm going to use my LA Colors Cocoa Shimmer. Because we're kind of going in that darker trajectory this morning. And then we're going to put on a little bit of gloss. More moisture, yay. You get to my age and moisture is your best friend, I can promise you, in every field. Okay, what do we want to do today? Well, let's grab a smaller fluffy brush, and surprisingly, I'm going to start here. You're probably thinking, Carrie, what are you doing? I haven't seen you do that. No, I don't do this very often, but the dress really is one of the dresses that I can get away or justify doing these darker colors. Now, it's really important when you're working with black, you start really small with the amount of product that you have on your brush. You can always build up. It's much easier to build up the color than it is to take away the color, right? So I'm starting with a small amount and I'm putting it on the lid, and I'm sorry, I got the shakes this morning. I'm blending it up through the transitional area, going a little bit darker on the transitional area. A little hot in here today. I should tell my husband I'm a little hot today. Okay, we're doing the same over here, bringing this up through transition, taking it up onto the big bone up here, letting your brush do the work for you. Goodness, I am hot. Taking these antibiotics, 2,000 milligrams a day, has a tendency to get me really flushed when I take it to try to fix this stupid sting that I got. I just cannot get over that a tiny little animal can do so much damage and cause so much incredible pain. Just astounds me. Okay, so that looks pretty good. So now I'm going to come in with that same color, and we're going to come and we're going to outline using just a little bit on the end of my brush, because as I said, I would rather start and build if I need to build the color than to get it on and then have to take it off. That's much more difficult. And then we're coming in right here on the line where I want to outline. Yep, that looks good. Now you could get here, if you wanted to get the end of your brush, and this is a really dense brush that's angled, squared off. If you wanted to make this really dark, you could dip the end of this brush into some water or some cleaning liquid or whatever you use. And you could then make that a lot darker. If you wanted to go black, you could go black there really easily by just adding some water to the tip. Now I am going to pick up the lighter color on the same row. I'm not going to go to the shimmer because this is all pretty matte. But I do want to add a little bit of color right here and right here. I want to make sure that I have no dark circles. And shadowing right here. So we're going to take that up underneath the brow, bring it down and run it across the inner third of the lid, and then right in through here to make sure that we have no gray or dark circling. That looks good. I'm just a little off with right here, so we're going to just come in and add just a tad bit. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah, that looks really good. Beautiful. Now, because this is black and it does have a tendency to give you some fallout, we're going to pick up our little powder puff, dip it into our finishing powder, which is my Revlon Color Stay. And we're really gonna come underneath here and make sure we have no residual fallout underneath the eyes. Really want the eye and up through the nose right here to be really clear, no shadowing. A lot of people, there's this new trend where people are actually contouring their nose, and if you're really skilled at it, it looks good, but if you're not really skilled at it, to me it looks very cartoonish. I've always been told to just use your setting powder with a really, really fluffy brush and just come back right in here and really make sure that you are preventing any shadowing. And that's going to make sure that your eye, your nose looks good. Now, if you're trying to change the shape and actual appearance of your nose, then I can see why, you know, you would want to contour. Frankly, I think that's really hard to do. And as I said, I think you have to be really, really skilled at contouring for that not to look like it's cartoonish. I'm not gonna lie, I don't have that kind of skill set. It's not something that I think is that important, but you know, everybody has their own thoughts on what they want, and if that's for you, by all means, watch some people that are really good at it, and you know, I think makeup is designed to enhance what nature gave you, right? I see so many of these influencers who on a daily basis have really heavy makeup all day. I mean, makeup that you would wear at night for a, you know, black tie function, and they're wearing it during the day. And I personally just think that that's excessive. I think it takes away from your own beauty. You want your beauty to be accentuated by your makeup. You don't want to change who you are with your makeup. Your makeup should bring that inner beauty that and those features that you've already gotten from the good Lord above, and accentuate them and make them shine. I just think that so much of it is so overdone that takes away from the person's God-given beautiful assets. You want to enhance them. You don't want to change them or cover them up. Of course, this is just, again, my opinion. I just think so much of what we see is just so overdone. You know, if it's an everyday thing, I mean, here's the example of what I'm talking about. If you're going to a picnic, I don't care what time of year it is, why on earth would you think false eyelashes is something you need to wear? To me, that is just bizarre. If you're going to a huge business meeting and you want to look like $1 million, yeah, I get it. You have a formal event, a wedding, yeah, I get it. If you're going out to on a date and you want to look great, natural lashes, yeah, but do you really want to look so different that when you don't have makeup on, people don't even know it's you? Just think that we've gone overboard a little bit for our, you know, just our day-to-day lives that we lived. It's just me, it's just my opinion, but for what it's worth, of course, no one has to agree with me. I'm just talking to you here, being honest, being real, being authentic. At 63 years old, I think I have the right to express my opinion on what I see. It worries me that we have so many beautiful young girls that are using such heavy makeup that it just doesn't look appropriate. It's not age appropriate. You know, I mean, I can remember, by the way, I am using my L'Oreal Panorama here, and I'm just really getting in, and I'm locking in that curl that I just used on these lashes to try to lock that curl in. Your mascara is your eyelash hairspray. So I'm going to try to use it and lock in the curl by going to the very base of each lash and applying it so you lock that curl in so it lasts longer for the day. I can remember when I first started wearing makeup, and never forget this. I wasn't allowed to do it till I was 16, and came downstairs. I was all excited. I was a junior in high school, first day of school, and I came downstairs, and my dad was home, which is amazing. One of the times that he was at home, because he traveled so much when I was growing up. My dad was probably gone, I would say, 3 weeks out of every 4 he was on the road. So anyways, it's my junior year. I come downstairs, I'm dressed, and he looked at me and he said, "Where do you think you're going looking like that? Get your ass upstairs and get that shit off, or get it fixed. It doesn't look right. You're not walking out of this house looking like that." I was mortified. Absolutely mortified. And even to this day, at 63, when I'm with my dad, I try very, very hard to let my makeup disappear. Even today at 63, I still worry about what my amazing father thinks. It never changes. Hate to tell you. Okay, let's see, how does this all look here? Now that we've got that on. Oh, that looks really nice. Fogging up my glasses, I'm so hot. Okay, very nice. Got the lips on. Do a little bit of blending here, and just a tad bit more color. And now that that has set a little bit, that mascara, we're going to come in and try to get a little bit more length at the very end by just using the tip of the wand to go to the very end of the lash. And finally have some lashes right here. We can actually see them. Finally. And there we go. So that's it for today, girls and guys. Thanks so much for being a part of my mornings. I look so forward to coming in and talking to you, and I so appreciate hearing from you. If you're new, I did check comments yesterday, so if I missed anybody and you're new here, please let me know. Tag me in something so I can reach out to you and thank you for being part of our community. If you would like, share, and subscribe. I'm going to start listing out products again next week now that my typing skills are sort of back to normal from my surgery recoveries. Thank you for being patient with that. I think this is a great product that should be in everyone's collection because it is true classic coloring. Black, white, and gray. It can be as soft like this or as dark as you want it. Now, if you wanted to go like from today where I'm just wearing a sundress and go into an evening and you didn't have time to redo all of your makeup, you could come back in and you could put a lot more definition over what I have done. Make the transition darker, make your lines darker, pull the darker colors out and make it a really smoky eye, make a heavier line under here. Then I would pick up one of your powder foundations and repowder your face, reapply your blush and your under eye. Get a really light under eye powder or use your finishing powder just to freshen up underneath your eyes, because you know the days are wearing on most people. And that could take you into, put some eyelashes on, then that could take you into your evening without having to stop and completely redo everything. Because as always, do we have enough time? No, we don't. Not in my world. I need another 3 hours a day just to stay caught up. So that means I'm never caught up. That's why I ask you, if you've sent me a message and I haven't replied, please let me know, because I hate to miss anybody, because I appreciate the fact that you took the time to respond to me, and that is important, and I don't want to miss you. So thanks for being a part of this community where we just try to emphasize who we are, bring our best foot forward. I want to encourage you to be your best. Do anything you want at any age. It's just a number, your birthday, how old you are. I don't feel 63 up here. My body does, but up here, I don't feel that way. I feel like I'm 23. I think I can do anything, and I'm trying to do it all. Get out there and make it a great day. Hit a grand slam. You can be anything you want. With faith, hard work, dedication, and love, you can do anything. Believe in yourself, and all things are possible. And don't sell yourself short. If there's something you haven't done, go for it. What are you waiting for? Life's too short to look back and say, why didn't I do that? Go do it today. Believe in yourself and be ready. You never know who's gonna cross your path, and that 10-second all-important first impression could change your world forever. Be ready for it every day. God bless. Thanks for being here. This is Carrie from Texas. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being a part of this community and helping me grow. And again, next week, I'm going to do a product review, and I'm going to start listing products out again for you starting next week. And I haven't forgot about hair tutorial and a skincare tutorial. Those are on my list. I'm working on them. And thanks for being patient. Have a great day. I'll see you the next time. Have a fabulous Thursday, everyone.